My name is Henry Q from Class 3A of SNK St. Patrick. Today, I would like to talk about the book, A Song of Ice and Fire, A Game of Thrones. Now, this written by George R.R. Martin. This name rings in the minds of many, as it is the most famous book in the genre of epic fantasy. Well, that's quite catchy. Let's continue on. What makes this book so famous, you might ask? Well, let's find out. The book is set in the fictional continents of Westeros and Essos. Now, the book, like this, should start with the main characters introducing themselves, right? Well, wrong actually. George R. R. Martin said no. He introduces the book with an unknown character in an unknown organization. The character is part of Night's Watch, an organization dedicated to protecting Westeros from mythical creatures named White Walkers. These White Walkers are extremely hostile to any creature that isn't them, which is why Night Watch was founded in the first place. Now, the character and his patrol team was attacked by said creatures. He is so traumatized by the incident that he deserted the organization on the spot, despite knowing the punishment. Now, the actual main characters are introduced. House Stark, headed by Eddard Stark, or simply Ned, his wife, Catelyn Stark, and his many children, Robb Stark, Sansa Stark, Arya Stark, Bran Stark, and Rickon Stark. Together, they make up the backbone of the story as its main protagonists. Now, they are visited by Robert Baratheon, the King of Westeros, a rather noble visitor. He comes to visit to offer Ned the position of Hand of the King, a position only second to the king himself. Ned, not in a position to refuse, agrees, albeit begrudgingly. Now, Bran Stark, his children, uncovers the truth that his children, Robert's children, may be illegitimate, which leads to him getting pushed off to prevent the secret from going out. This puts him in a coma. On the other continent of Essos, Daenerys Targaryen of House Targaryen, which formerly ruled over Westeros up until a rebellion which pushed them out. She marries Khal Drogo of the Dothraki people. Although she was initially intimidated, she comes to accept him and his culture. Back to Westeros, Ned Stark, his wife, and his children, female children, comes to King's Landing. He realizes the bad economic situation that the crown is in. The crown is in massive debt due to the king's very poor spending habits. Now, to make it even worse, the king decides to throw a massive party which puts the crown in even bigger debt. Now, Ned Stark uncovers the truth that the children of Robert Baratheon may be illegitimate. However, due to Robert's death, Joffrey comes to become the king of Westeros. He imprisons him to prevent the secret from getting out. However, in an act of impulse, he kills him on the spot, which is why I love this book so much. It does things that are just unexpected, out of the blue, such as killing the main character. Now, this leads to the War of Five Kings, a massive conflict which spanned quite a long time as a conflict to attain the throne. This story ends on a cliffhanger note, with Daenerys Targaryen hatching the 3 dragon eggs she got from the marriage ceremony. The 3 dragon eggs hatch into 3 dragon infants. After reading the story, I was very much enchanted by its story content. The book, as well as the characters, are very believable. They felt real. The characters all had flaws and they felt human. The book let me understood that not everyone is good or evil, and that everyone is the good as well as evil. I would like to thank the judges for the time.